All right, so very excited to be sitting down with Pauline Faieff today. Pauline has a release which is it's going to market through Signals. She's working with Ancora for it. It's called The Alphabet, but we will get to that in a bit. First off, Pauline, I know you've been involved in the let's call it the NFT scene for a little while now. Definitely, with a unique genre of art, I think a very important one. But before we get into that, I'd love for you to talk about who you are and where you came from. I know even with the alphabet, you said that you photographed it in your, home country of Martinique. So that's fascinating in itself for me. I've never met anyone from Martinique. But yeah, who are you? Where did it start? When did you first feel creative? How did you end up an artist, and working in the arts?
Thank you so much, Brett, for having me today. I'm so happy to be able to talk about this project and going deeper about it. But about me, so I'm Pauline. What to say? It's always hard to describe myself because I feel like I don't really fit into boxes. I basically create through my art, from my body. Sorry, so it's basically my medium is my body. I do nude photography mostly. And how I started, I actually started in the Caribbean, in Martinique, my hometown. So in the middle of nowhere, I used to create content for social media. I think I just realized I used to be like a kind of a content creator. But so I was always creating for others, for pleasing others in a way. And one day I was shooting with my ex-partner who was my photographer at this time, and it was in a wild ocean, and he suggested me to do it nude, and I was afraid, and I was shy, and I was like, I don't know. I had so many, I guess, judgments about it, and I don't know. And I was also not really feeling comfortable with my body. But I don't know. No one was there, and I felt why not? And since this shoot was taken, everything in my mind changed because it was raw. It was without wearing a mask anymore. You just be, and you just have to, yeah, just follow what nature can offer to you. And this kind of freedom, I never felt it before. Also, I mean, I was so hard with myself in many ways because of what I was expecting to show to others. And with these photographs, it changed everything. And after that, so I was posting on social media, and after that, I had a friend of mine who told me, "You don't know about NFTs?" And I was like, "No, what is that?" And he told me about art and technology, and boom! Like for me, it's the best match because I always been kind of a nerd, and I always loved technology, but I didn't know how to make a bridge between both, and so I started into NFTs in late 2021, and since back then I'm here always in the good and the bad markets. I'm here because I think it's much more than just a community, and I'm not even sure I love this word. I think it's bigger than us. I mean, also the crypto world is bigger, and we want to create something. I would say we want to create new opportunities to build something new and something that could actually meet everyone's needs, and I'm here for that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that we're only really scratching the surface. It's quite interesting. You made a comment that I guess when you reflect on the fact that you were a content creator, creating for others and trying to keep them happy, there was almost like a, I could sense almost like what you're doing now is the complete opposite to that. I'd love for you to elaborate on that or that feeling.
Ah, wow. So yeah, I think it's only recently that I just I guess accepted the truth that few years ago I wasn't creating for myself, and so I never felt really connected to myself. And what I'm doing now, you're right, it's the opposite. I'm doing it for myself. So I'm not trying to please anymore. I'm just trying to please myself, to feel connected with my body, connected with my soul. And it's also much bigger than just me, because I feel like when I share those photographs, I can also um, help others to feel the same way, and that's why I'm sharing it. That's the only that's the only thing that matters to me.
For sure. And tell us about that journey in terms of being gaining that self confidence. You mentioned that shoot with your ex partner. Um, you I guess you got that taste of, I think you used the word freedom, but was it easy to share it or has that evolved over time?
I was at this time in in a position where I just wanted to be, I guess, in conflict with the world. I wasn't feeling good with my life in general. So it was not that hard to share. What was hard is to get the comments back about it. I think I wasn't ready for them. So it took me quite some time to accept that I cannot, yeah, some people cannot accept what I do or cannot appreciate it, and that's also okay. I really used to be this people pleaser, and I think with time you understand that it's actually more than okay to not please everyone, because you kind of, in a way, and now I'm happy to say I curate my life, and I also curate my art, and kind of my collectors, because what I do is atypical. It's not well recognized by the entire society. There is a lot of ideas and false judgments about it. So of course you have to face them, but I used to say I didn't really choose my medium; it chose me. So what can I do? Just accepted it.
For sure. And where do you think that, well, not yours, but where do you think that others and their discomfort comes from? Like, why do you think society perhaps does react like that?
I think I used to be the same. So I would say, from my experience, it's because we are educated to appreciate a kind type of body. We should appreciate the way of living. We should actually look for this way of living to get accepted, to also fulfill our lives. And so when you are different from what you have been taught to be, it's hard. It's hard to accept. It's hard to look at others being able to do so, because we are afraid of what we don't know. And people used to tell us it's bad. So for sure we don't want to like experiment something that is bad. So I guess it's more work on ourselves, and this is really hard to do, because you have to accept that you are not perfect, that none of us are. And that's, I think, the way you start appreciating something new, something different, something that can actually trigger you, because you are open to evolve.
Yeah, I think that accepting imperfections is such a challenge for people, but so important. And how have you found that journey for yourself, like learning about yourself? And when we have a look at the alphabet, I guess, up close photographs and exploring your own body, do you feel like you're still learning about yourself?
I think we will always do. I think it's like a life's journey, and it's okay because I'm 34 years old. I started accepting my body few years ago, and I feel like is the body I'm accepting now is gonna change tomorrow. So it's a life's journey, but it's also okay because it's beautiful to age. I mean, I'm happy to age. I'm happy to see how I'm gonna evolve. So so yeah, I think it's not easy. That's for sure because of the standards we are used to because of yeah, I think it's really because of our beliefs. But when you stop believing that your beliefs are true, everything can change. Everything can be different and be actually a wonderful and beautiful imperfection.
Yeah, I think that that's really well phrased. And if we rewind the clock a little bit, growing up in Martinique, how was that, and how were you brought up, and what did you learn, or what did you sort of grow up believing about yourself? And then you mentioned that photo shoot. I know I'm then fast forwarding some time after that, but what led you to, I suppose, like, what was that like key moment where your like mindset changed? Or I assume that's been a journey in itself too, but there must have been a point in time.
It's thanks to the NFT and Web3 community. I met my people, and I think when you do meet your people, you can be whoever you want. You feel free to be whoever you want. In Martinique, it's a small island, a French Caribbean island. Um, we have a lot of culture. It's wonderful. The nature is beautiful. I really wish actually I would love to share this culture and everything around Martinique to my Web3 people. But it's also an island, and an island means that they feel like they are the center of the world. And if you don't go outside, you don't really know what is life, and so you're not always open to something new. So it was pretty hard for me actually to grow up there, even though it was, I mean, I'm happy I did, but it was not that easy because everyone is looking at others, judging every act, everything. And when you grow up there, you think that the world is like that, so you're kind of worried about what's going to happen next. But thankfully, yeah, I was able to meet those people from Web3 and mostly artists, but not only like builders, like collectors, like I don't know. I really love this ecosystem for this reason. It's like even though you are coming from different backgrounds, we are sharing something similar. And this is how I felt like I could really feel confident about what I'm doing and who I am, truly.
Yeah, and I think that that's a great lesson for people. And you said for your art, obviously it's for yourself, but you hope that it empowers others. Have you had people reach out and give you stories that it has? Has it have you heard from collectors? Tell us a little bit about that, about your art and the positive side of things.
Oh my God, that's the best rewards. For me, it's just the best. It happened many times actually. And what was so crazy but also so beautiful is that I received many men comments telling me that they were able to look at themselves for real this time because we are used to look at ourselves in the mirror, but I feel like we are not looking properly. We are just we just want to see something like a reflection of what we want to show to the world, but are we able to look at ourselves truly, deeply? It's pretty rare, and I'm happy because I received many messages. Recently, I received this message from a man. He told me, "Thank you for you because I feel yes, I feel empowered. I feel like I can be myself. I can learn more about myself. So I try to create from my body as well. But it's not only creating for your body. It's just being able to step outside your comfort zone, which is what I have to do all the time when I do create. And so it's more about your way of living and how you feel confident to just be yourself and not not feel guilty in a way to just be.
For sure. And you, yeah, of course. And you mentioned in the write up about the alphabet, about how it's also, against, I guess, or, a presentation against censorship, but also, I guess that the alternative or the opposite of that is that we live in a world where typically women's bodies, but all human bodies are sort of like hypersexualized in music videos and the media and whatnot, whereas this is like like the counter art to that. Yeah, I'd love for you to talk about that.
Ah, this is my topic. So since I started
Yeah.
4 5 years ago, I've been censored all the time. It became harder few years ago, I guess 3 years ago. And of course, we are in 2025, we need social media. So, as an artist, if we want to make a living of our art, we have to share it. So, if we cannot share it because we are censored, it's gonna become very hard for us to just make a living of it. I'm happy because I met with the Web3 community, another nude community, and so we are able to support each other as much as we can. Um, but uh, but yeah, for sure, it's a fight, and I used to live for fighting, but it was hard. It was tiring, and I gave my energy to something I could not really fight in a way because I'm not in charge of the algorithm of social media. I'm not in charge of people thinking that this is sexual. So yeah, I think my mind changed, and I was too tired to keep fighting against it, and so that's also why the alphabet. Has been created because I was talking with a good friend of mine, Pauline, who is also from the space. She's the founder of 100 Collectors, and she was telling me, "Oh, why don't you talk about your art, even if you cannot share it online?" And I was telling her, even words when it's about nudity, you can share them, and I ended up thinking, yeah, an alphabet, why not? But an alphabet, how? And I was thinking, okay, I'm always shadow banned. I'm always in the shadow, censored. I'm just gonna create my own language, so no one can really give me any stopping me or just telling me anything about what I created because it's mine and it's from the body. And so it's also I like challenging also. I like challenging the norms, and I like when I create to make people looking at it and thinking, oh, I might be wrong. Oh, okay, so I'm not really looking at what I thought I was looking, especially with nudity, because just like you said, it's so terrible. The society now is sexualizing a lot the body, but also no one is complaining about it. It's normal kind of, and so you have to I guess reclaim your own body now because if you don't, at the end, it will be sexualized, even if you don't want it to be sexualized. And I know that because I felt like in the past I used to, with this content creation, I used to sexualize my own body. So I know how to, yeah, balance now and feel that this is my gaze and I just want to share my vision and just be the owner of my own body. That's what I'm doing with the alphabet.
Yeah, well, let's pull it up. We'll pull up the signals page and have a look. But yeah, introduce the alphabet. So it says that you took 500 photographs. You photographed yourself. Is that correct? And then
Yeah.
obviously has it's been curated down to 26 because obviously in the English alphabet, in the French alphabet, I'm not sure, but there's 26 letters, and
Yes.
each letter also has a an English and a French poem. Oh, yeah, I'd love for you to talk to us about it as I pull it up.
So the alphabet. The alphabet is like my safe place. It's like my sanctuary of expression. Finally, I found my way to express myself. So what I did is that I created 26 photographs, 26 actually letters. It's kind of, I would say it's abstract letters because I took self-portraits, just like you said, 500 images, but like with a natural light, without like the intention was just to be. So I was not trying to, I was not really trying to create something. I was trying um, to know more, to yeah, to just elaborate more about my own body. So I took those pictures in Martinique. It was important for me because I love the light there, and I also because I received my the worst judgment. I received them from my peers at the end. So it was kind of a good I don't know how you said in English, but like finishing the circle in a way. So
Mm.
it was really important for me to happen there with a specific light, this natural light, without any makeup or artificial. I don't know. I just wanted to be raw, to be myself, and so I took those pictures. And the part of the process that was really hard was not to take them, was to look at them. Because just like I said, I wasn't trying to be at my best. I was just trying to be. And so, I mean, I hope someone does, but I'm pretty sure no one can just appreciate your body as it is. You always feel uncomfortable with some parts. And so it was really hard to look at myself, to look at all those pictures and being able to find letters. So some of them were pretty obvious for me, just like you'll see when we will revealed. But like the M, now I see the M all the time. I'm looking at myself, and I love that so much. But some letters were really hard because, and I was explaining my project to a friend. I was explaining to him. I think it's actually normal to not find the letters that easily because you know. Uh, like learning about yourself, it needs to take time. It has to be an intention to do so. So I think it's normal for me that it took me a long time to find those letters because it's the same with your body. If you really want to learn about learn about it, to appreciate it, you have to take the time. And so it's kind of it has been like a personal ritual to create those letters. And at the end, I felt like my body just talked to myself. I mean, I didn't have to create; it was already there. And so I created my own code from my body with those letters, being able to write my own truth and to write my poems, to write, yeah, who I am, and who we are, because at the end I want this project to be participative. I don't want it to be just mine. So it's kind of kind of a way to be in a revolution, just letting our body speak.
Interesting. Yeah, and I love that last comment that you said you don't want it to be just yours. It makes me. I was going to ask. It says like an evolving language. I was curious. Yeah, what you meant by that. And obviously, into a universal typographic system, that speaks to me because really, we talk about body language. If you can't speak another language with someone, you can always, I don't even necessarily mean, in regards to nudity, but body language is like a universal language. And obviously, like everyone has a human body. So there's beautiful parallels there.
Exactly. That's the parallel I really wanted to do. Um, because yes, it's an evolving language, because this is only the phase one. This is the Genesis piece, the Genesis pieces, the 26 letters, but it's gonna evolve into a generative artworks. I'm gonna collaborate with another artist, and we are gonna create based on those pictures, letters. So this is gonna be the phase two, and in the phase three, we are gonna be able to write poems through them. But at the end, what I really wish to create, and this is my goal for this project, is to be able to create an experience with people, so they will be able to create their own letters through their body. So we will be able to create, yeah, the body language of all of us. So this is what I expect to do with this project, something bigger than just me, something that I hope can heal people with their own body, that can bring more self-confidence, self-love, and also just being able to listen to yourself.
Yeah, which is very pertinent advice. And it's something that when people have various struggles and whatnot, like meditation and breathing and whatnot is about coming back to your body and actually feeling yourself and not getting lost outside yourself. And that sounds like a little bit of what you're trying to portray here as well.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, kind of a sanctuary of expression, like a personal ritual. It's it's what I really wanted to do here. It's like experimenting the connection between our bodies and actually the technology. Because at the end, it's a code. I'm creating a language, but it's a code. And also because I really wanted to have this part of generative art, because at the end, even though we are working with computers, it's our soul into it. It's also our bodies. So I feel like it's there is a connection that sometimes we tend to forget, and I think it's really important to reconnect with themselves, with ourselves as well, with well, yeah, in those terms.
Yeah, and particularly being on Bitcoin, I think it's a really interesting way of documenting the human body. And who knows, in 100 years, when people see what was inscribed onto Bitcoin and where this language is at, and where, who knows, where society is at regards to their feelings about the human body. This is going to be a quite an interesting thing to put on chain. Did that come into your thoughts when you were considering what you might put on Bitcoin specifically?
So, thank you for asking, because it's a really, really, really important part of this project. I was in Japan in January, and I was working on this project for already a few months, but I was stuck. I was really stuck. I could not find some letters, okay, but I also didn't see how to bring it into life. Something was missing. And I started a conversation with an OG, an ordinals OG, Rax, and he was so passionate about ordinals. He talked to me about it, and I was and I was like, okay, that's it. That's what I needed. It has to be on chain, but this way, because I used to. My picture used to be on a pornography website. I didn't get the ownership of what is my body, which is really hard to deal with, and with ordinals, it just makes the sense. I need this to be forever on chain. I need it to be there forever. Of course, I want to be able to. What I'm creating is always thinking about the new generation and the education about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And so it's also part of being able to educate the new generation. It's gonna be always there, so no one can forget about it. And also, yeah, I don't know. I felt so connected with this idea. So every time I talk about it, I'm like, nothing can make much more sense.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I think really important. And yeah, shout out to Rax. He's a definitely an OG artist on Bitcoin. How was like the challenge of creating the letters? I was thinking about it. I was trying to do it myself. Like I think that's a big challenge in itself, given that obviously like the concept relied on it. I know it's bigger than just being able to create all 26 letters. We've been discussing so much of the meaning, but yeah, I'd love to hear about just the physical aspect too.
Oh, um, it's I don't know. It was really like a ritual. I had to take my time to look at them with how do you say, like being more nice, with myself, because I should just understand what my body was trying to express. So I just so I did a lot of close up, of
Hmm.
course, but I also turned some of the pictures to try to look if something was showing up. But sometimes it's just how I felt also. I felt this is my G, this is my G. I felt like this is how I feel that my body wants to express it. That's how it is. So it was really with the intention to just listen, to just kind of rebirth through this artwork. Just, just yeah, being. I kept telling it, but that's how it is.
Yeah, no, I think it's nice to just hear it framed in different ways. And when we were having a look at the project on Signals before, we saw one of the letters and we saw, I guess, a photograph of you behind your camera, like you said, in that raw state. You were photographing yourself. Is that something new that you've done, or do you do a little bit of self photography and then also have photographers? How is, I guess, yeah, tell us about the difference between the two, yeah, artistic scenarios.
So thank you for this question because I started as a art director sometimes, but also as a model. So I had my photographers. I was collaborating all the time. And I don't know when exactly, but something clicked, and I was like, I don't want to give um, the reclaiming of my body to someone else. Even though
Hmm.
I didn't have, I had some bad experiences, but not that many. It's not about the photographs. It's just about me with my own body. So I just stopped doing collaboration and I just started with my own cameras. I think I started a long time ago. I found pictures of me when I was a teenager, but it's just that I was not able to see the artist inside me. I think really like the Web3 community helped me a lot about getting through it. And yeah, so as now I do only self-portraits. I didn't really have my own camera. I just bought one recently. So the alphabet was created with an old camera that my dad gave me, and I was not feeling really like comfortable with it because it's a big one, it's heavy, it's also not not that innovative, but that's also part of the project. And I love the fact that in this project, I didn't really try to be perfect. And so you can see some are gonna be a little bit more pixelated because of the cameras, because of the crops, but it's also okay because we are not perfect, and that's the body, that's how it is. And when I started trying to find the perfection, I started to just lose myself. So I'm happy to just accept it as it is, as our body are.
Yeah. No, it's really fascinating to hear it and to, I guess, like, listen to your thoughts throughout the story. Do you journal this stuff, or is it just things that you remember? How do you? I know that there's poetry as part of this collection as well. Is what's that about? Is that talking about the collection, or is that other things that are related to it, or is it part of the story?
I think I started writing when I was really little. I don't even remember. I was just journaling, but I really wanted to. I still want to write my book because I felt like I had some things to say, but also some people who are willing to hear that and to feel connected to it. So no, I started writing a long time ago, and I didn't know how to bring these writings into my art. And with the alphabet, it just made sense. I'm so glad because I can actually finally found a way to just mix my words with um, my words, with my aesthetics, with my visuals, but also all of my artworks. It's all about the emotions, the feelings, how you feel about it, and so every letter is linked to a poem, and the poem is how I feel when I look at this picture and how it makes me feel, but also all the battles I had to deal with. And I think, I mean, I'm sure we all relate to that. Like we all had some little demons inside us, and that we just have to accept them. So that's also the reason why I wanted them to be part of this project.
Yeah, and to further on that, I've just pulled up what's on chain, and we can see in the metadata, obviously, there's your name, the artist name, the letter. Each one is titled as well, and then there's pronunciations and the grammatical gender, the plural form, and like you said, the French and the English interpretations, which is obviously on homage to. Well, I'm not sure you. Maybe you speak more languages, but to your French and to your English. But yeah, that must have been an interesting part of this too. Not just getting it on chain, but coming up with each of these components.
Yeah, so I really wanted this to have my own gaze. So I made the decision to have each title feminine word. It was really
Hmm.
important for me to relate to my femininity. I used to really not accept it. So it's also a way, and it's always about that with my art. It's a way of healing. So with those titles, I feel even more connected with images, and and after I just want to, yes, I love the French language. I'm in love with my own language. I really love it. I studied literature. It's something I love, and I'm happy to share. So that's also the reason why it was in French.
Yeah, so it sounds like well, it's a little bit obvious, but it sounds like this project is just so much of you, and it's come out in this way as well.
Yeah, it is. It's so much of me, but I hope it's gonna be so much of all of us at the end,
Mm.
which is really something I mean, I think I would have never shared what I do if it was not to heal others. Like really, I'm I'm a human lover, you know. I love human being. I have hope for us, even in those yeah kind of difficult situations. I still have hope because I always see beauty inside us. I see hope. I see humanity. And I know we all have our good and bad side, I would say dark and light side, but if we embrace all of them, I think we can create a beautiful world. So it's about me, but at the end, it's more about all of us. Yeah, about us.
100%. And it would be remiss of us to not talk about the Ancora team. We can see it's been inscribed using parent-child, and there's a grandparent as well, which we can see, which is you. And I know how Ordinali. I'm guessing. I assume Ordinali did a lot of the inscribing. Tell us about working with the Ancora team. That he's amazing at that. There's Stephen Proper. You're working with an amazing group, and it's a pleasure for us at Gamma and now through Signals to work with you and with them. But yeah, tell us about your relationship with them and just what it's like being working with those guys who are very talented and passionate people.
I'm so grateful. You know, everything just connected in Japan. So I'm grateful for Japan. We
Mm.
were all at this event, and I didn't expect to meet all those people at the same place. Um, Actually, it's Tomas who introduced me to
Mm.
Ordinally there, and I started talking about the project and I mean, everything was so. I heard about them because they did something with Anna Maria Caballero as well. And I'm a big fan of her work, and so I was looking at this project, and now I feel connected. I'm so happy because in this team with Ancora, it's Ordinary, Eki, it's Stefan, but it's also Proper, and
Mm.
Proper is one of my biggest collector for a long time. So it's such a pleasure for me to be able to collaborate with him on this project, which is it's the most intimate one so far. Even though I used to do the nude photography for a long time, but like I put my soul here, and I'm so happy to be able to share it with all of them. Also, I don't know. I feel the connection. I also feel that even though I know that we don't have the same vision about ourselves when you are a man or a woman, and but still I feel connected, and I feel that they really. Um, yeah, want this to become a reality, and I feel supported. I'm super happy about that.
For sure, and I guess it's another one of those full circle moments as well with
It
working with
is,
Proper. Mm.
it is, yeah. No, it's wonderful, but I have really I don't know. I have such a beautiful um how do you say kind of yeah community, but also people around me are really connected deeply with my art and with the alphabet. I'm so grateful because my boyfriend also helped me a lot with this project, and and I think that's how it is when you are connected and when you have the people around you. You just can you can endlessly create. So it's beautiful.
Well, it's been super well received by the community. It's getting lots of signal, but more importantly, Pauline, thanks so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure to learn more about your story, and then, like you said, dive more deeply and really uh, find out more about the alphabet and what it's about and you and the story. It's very powerful stuff. So thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks to you. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your deeply questions. I really enjoyed it.
No, I appreciate that. And for people who listen to this, what's the best way for them to find you and find your art and learn more about the project and anything else?
So definitely on Signals, but also on my social media, on X, on Instagram, also on my website. So you can find me with my handle Pauline Faieff, but also on my website paulinefaief.art. So yeah, basically that's how you can find me.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again.
Thanks to you.